Hey guys, this is Cybersnake. Uh, Today I'm going to be talking about my top picks for PS2 games. There's so many good games on the PS2. I think personally the PS2 is probably one of the best systems there ever was and possibly ever will be. I mean, the system was great, had tons of exclusives, um, so many good games. Well, I think I'm going to start off with a game you guys probably never heard of, or if you have, you probably never played it because it's one of those movie spin-off games kind of. It's based off of the Aliens and Predators movie series. The game's called Aliens vs. Predators Extinction, and it's a RTS over the top. It reminds me a lot of a game that you would play in the early 2000s on a computer. But it happened to be on the PS2, also on the Xbox, maybe on PC, I'm not sure. I don't remember. But it was a great game. Uh, I love RTS games, so it being Aliens versus Predator also helps because I'm a big fan of the series. Um, the game was awesome. You got a choice of humans, aliens, or predators, and I always went with the aliens because they're way better, in my opinion, of course. But a lot of people like the predator. Um, I personally like aliens. You get each species. You get to build your team up and basically level up your characters and make them stronger. And it's a real fun game. I beat it on all difficulties back in the day. It's kind of one of those hidden gems. You should definitely check it out if you haven't, if you still have your PS2. Um, but it's a real good game. And then I got another movie game spinoff, Jurassic Park Operation Genesis. Um, this game, oh my gosh, it's basically like Zoo Tycoon, but with your favorite dinosaurs from Jurassic Park. And it was a great game. It was fun, and I think it's quite expensive now. Um, Basically, you get to build your own park, and you have to dig up your fossils and take them to the lab, and then they discover new species that way. Um, Unfortunately, you only have a limited selection of areas to explore. So, if I remember correctly, you only can pick three. So it kind of limits you on your choices of dinosaurs in combination. So I'm pretty sure you can't get a T-Rex, Spinosaurus, and Velociraptors all at the same time. But you can have at least two of those three. Um, and I mean, it's a great game. They have great animations. Um, the Velociraptors jump and attack the fence. So, and the T Rex and the Spinosaurus, they'll fight each other if you put them in the same cage. I mean, it's really cool what they did. I mean, some of the graphics weren't so great. I remember, you know, the people. I don't think they really had faces. They were just kind of pixelated. But as far as the dinosaurs, they're all pretty detailed. I think the Velociraptors had like little beady red eyes. They didn't really have details in their eyes, but it was pretty awesome, and they had all the sounds and stuff from the movie. It was a cool game, but nowadays I'm pretty sure it's like $300 a copy. I've seen them; they're pretty pricey. I think it's actually cheaper if you get it on PS2 from the sales I've seen, the prices I've seen. I think it's actually more expensive the Xbox version. Yep, and yeah, that's that. And then let's move on to the next licensed movie spin-off game is the Star Wars Battlefront. 1 and 2. There's a couple differences in the first and second one, but as far as how awesome they are compared to the new Star Wars game, I mean, it's night and day. They were such great games. Um, in the first Battlefront, I noticed you can crouch all the way to the ground to prone, and in the second game, it only lets you crouch. You can't go all the way flat on the ground. That's one thing that I really liked about the first one. And the worlds are a little different. So some of the maps are a little cooler on the first game. But overall, the second one introduced uh, heroes and villains versus, which where you, it's a match where you get to pick your favorite hero or villain from the 6 Star Wars films at the time, um, and battle each other off. So I mean, you can have like I'm pretty sure you can have double characters, if I remember correctly. You could have a couple Yodas fighting each other, and I mean, it was pretty cool. I mean, at the time, I think it was a crazy number, multiple player too. I'm pretty sure it was 32 players versus online, and and you can play offline with the same number. It's just bots instead of players. But I mean, it was an awesome game online. I remember. I mean, it was awesome. Uh, Much better than the old or the new ones. That's for sure. Let's see. Devil May Cry 3. Now that was a really awesome game. I never played the first or second game. I just stumbled across the third one. I think it was on sale at GameStop or something. And I picked it up, and oh my gosh. Talk about button mashing. Within the first like 10 minutes of playing it, oh, my hands cramped. It's such a great game. You basically play as one of the sons of the devil, basically. I mean, it's a little different. It's it's a weird story, let's say, but it was a hack and slash. I mean, you can shoot too. You get 2 guns. Uh, I guess it'd be similar to the Bayonetta series. I've heard. I haven't played Bayonetta, but it's a lot of button mashing and shooting and hack and slash. So it's a pretty cool game. You should definitely check it out if you haven't. Uh, Another when I, when I bought my PS2, or I didn't buy it. I got it as a gift. It was, I believe, 2000, 2001. I want to say it was 2001. Yep, it was 2001. I think it was January 2001. So I got it early on in its life cycle. But the first game I got with it was Gran Turismo 3. And I just remember plugging it up, and like the graphics were insanely good. I mean, from PS1 to PS2, it's a huge difference graphically, and I just remember all the reflections on the cars and the music. I mean, Gran Turismo 3 is probably the best Gran Turismo game they ever came out with. Um, as far as gameplay, and I think you could get like 500 cars if I'm right. I'm 100% correct or not, but I mean, it was so fun, and playing split screen and just kind of all the little race matchups. And it was pretty awesome when you beat a certain event, you would always win a car. I mean, they had the license. I mean, there's so much to do on the game. It was just really awesome. Um, Another racing game that I really enjoyed was the Tokyo Extreme Racer series. I mean, there's, I believe, three Tokyo Extreme Racers, which you basically race each other on the highway, on Wangan Highway in Japan. It was a pretty awesome game. A lot of Japanese cars. If you're into racing games, I would definitely check it out. Then they also had Drift. They had Tokyo Extreme Racer Drift 1 and 2, I believe. And basically, same sense, you're racing, but you also do your drift battles. It reminds me a lot of the anime series Initial D. Um, it's a great it's a great racing game. The graphics are really good. It's kind of a hidden gem. A lot of people don't know about it. But it's one of my favorite games on the PS2. Another game I'm going to talk about, my favorite fighting game on the PS2. I mean, it's one of my favorite fighting games of all time. Is Tekken 5. The graphics were crazy good. Probably I want to say probably the best graphics on the PS2. Especially, I mean, yeah, they were just really good. And there's so many choices of characters. And I like Dead or Alive too, but Tekken 5 just has better variety of characters and fighting styles. It it seems more story sensitive, and yeah. Well, yeah. Hey guys, this is Cybersnake. Uh, Today I'm going to be talking about my top picks for PS2 games.